Well, hello there chums, it is I, Captain Stephen Exo, and today I'm going to be telling you how to exploit the Nexus. If you're new to No Man's Sky, this should help you. As you can see here, I've still got the radiant pillar, and I'm in my white get-ups. This is survival mode that I'm in right now, and yeah, so this is an early game save, just to show you what you can do and how you can do it if you're new to No Man's Sky. Right, so now that I'm up in the Nexus, also known as the Anomaly, whichever way you want to call it, it is called the Anomaly from the outside, but once you're in, the main terminal over there that guy standing on is called the Nexus. Right, so if I head on up this ramp here, what I would say to you is before you start jumping to other players' systems, if you're already in another player's system, like I am right now, you can actually go over to the terminal next to Celine, and there is a base, there is like an exosuit upgrade canister, which a lot of people keep missing. But if you go over to this, as long as you've got some units on you, you can upgrade your exosuit. I would suggest upgrading it with cash for a little while until they get ridiculously expensive. Once they get ridiculously expensive, then use your drop pod navigational data and get them down on the planet's surfaces by turning in materials. That'll be my tip to you. But there you go. You can do this every single time you use the relocation of the Nexus. So here you go, I'll show you what I mean by relocation of the Nexus. So we're going to head on over here. Another thing you can check is the multi-tool cabinet, because that will change every single time that you do this as well. But at the moment I haven't got a lot of units for a decent multi-tool anyway. But here we go, so I'm going to jump onto here, and again on here I am looking for bases that look like they might be awesome or have a lot of resources or something. So we've got Nico One's shop. For some, I don't know about that one. I mean, Nico was, I think he was a character in Secret of Mana. We've got over here Portal. Okay, a portal base, nice. Home, it's just like a home base, so there might be stuff there, but I'm looking for something that says farm. I want to avoid wooden shacks if possible. This one looks good. Okay, Raha Industry. Wow, that looks frickin' ace. Okay, well, I'll have a look down. I think that's probably going to be our best bet. It's got the word industry in it for a frickin' start. Yep, we'll go there. So it does take a little while for this to download. Attentive sentinels. And radiation outbursts. But you can see here that is a massive, great big farm. And at the moment my infantry is completely free. So I'm going to go there and get a load of resources that I can sell for units. So that's going to help anyhow. But this is a little bit worrying. I might get completely battered. I mean, there's no ceilings on this base. So hopefully it's going to put my, well, it will put my ship in nearby proximity. So I should be okay. Right, so let's just wait for that to load. I'll be right back with you when I'm back at that player disconnected, because that base just crashed out. It didn't actually load. So I need to choose a different one. So I'm just going to go for this home base here. It's not as industrious as the other one, and the shot here looks like it's been taken from underneath the ground, so I am very dubious about this one. But it's already downloaded. Sentinels, oh no, downloading. It's still downloading. Okay, great, nice. But the weather is better and the sentinels are limited, so it's better in that regard. But I'm just a bit worried about this under the ground type shot that's going on there. There we go, we can go, we can do it, we can go. So I've arrived in this base, and as you can see here, it's lucky I've got my terrain manipulator, else I might not be able to get out the front door. And yeah, I was right to be worried that it looked like it was actually taken from underneath the ground. So there's not much to be had here. I mean, yes, I can grab all this and I can sell that up in the station, so I may as well. It's free frickin' money. What else is there? I think that's pretty much it. I don't think there's much else going on here. Let's just check this little outpost just in case I'm wrong. Nope, no, it's just a very small little mini base. And you're going to find this a lot with a lot of little home bases. It's a shame I couldn't go to that industry one, because you could see there that it was far better. Now, I could jump straight back to the Nexus, but I'm showing you how I exploit the Nexus to its full in early game. So now what I want to do is jump into the ship and see if there's any planets with ancient bones on them. This has got copper and gold and silver on it, no ancient bones by the looks of things, or nothing like that. So I'm going to jump up into my ship. Okay, and my ship is kind of under the ground. Come on, take off. Thank fudge for that. Okay, and let's okay, so let's have a look at each of the different planets in the system. So the first thing I do is scan all the planets to see if there's anything interesting here. So there we go. Let's L3 that one. Let's have a look what we got. Copper, dioxide and silver. No ancient bones there. So that's what I'm looking for, ancient bones really. Oh look, we've got part of the story mission that's just unfolded for me, but I'm not really bothered about that. Okay, abandoned planet, aggressive sentinels. I want to steer clear of that in early game. You don't really want to go to a planet full of sentinels if you can help it. What we got there? Another abandoned planet. Okay. We must be in an abandoned system, which means that the station here is also going to be an abandoned station, I would imagine. But we're going to go there, and we're going to have a quick look-see anyhow. And I may even check the Galactic Trade Terminal to see if there's any drop pod navigation data. Buying it in the these things up here, the GTs up here, is extremely rare. If you do see it, make sure you take advantage of it as much as you possibly can. So I'm looking for a shiny dude that looks out of place up here. They're rare as well, so yeah. At least I'm not using my warp fuel though, because early game making warp fuel and launch thruster fuel is a pain in the neck. So let's just check to see if there's any warp thruster fuel while I'm actually here. Well, not warp thruster fuel, you know what I'm looking for. The drop pod navigation. There's none on that side, which is cool. Let's go into here. Let's see what missions this agent has got, because I pick up missions as well. I pick up the ones that I can stack. In my previous video I mentioned stackable missions. I will put the link again at the top of the screen now for this. But kill creatures, that's stackable. And that's stack. So I could kill creatures, so we might as well grab those to kill the creatures. Lovely. I mean, early game, scanning the creatures, killing the creatures is all good. But all of these stack. So you see the largest one is 15. So if I kill 15 creatures, it's automatically going to kill the 11 and the 13. So I just need to kill 15 and it will register that I've killed all of these. So that's pretty cool. Deliver an item, scan 5 minerals. Great, well I picked that one up as well. So I'm going to pick up all these missions while I'm doing this as well. So that's cool. They're going to stack for me. And now I just head over to the other side and we'll see if there's anything over there worth having. Dum dum dum. There's definitely one thing worth having there, and that's the upgrade to your exosuit. So if you're doing this inside of the station and then you call in the anomaly again, you can then upgrade it a second time. So let's start over this side. Let's start with this guy over here because I was talking about him first. So I'm going to go to this chap. Hello there, buddy. Yep. What have you... Oh no, I didn't want to talk to him. I want to go to the thing next to it. So decline. Sorry, I've wasted your time. It's this that I wanted. Right, okay, so I'm going to buy another one of those. Lovely job. You can see that it's now gone up to 20,000 units. So I am using quite a lot of units on this as well. But hopefully, you know, I went to that farm and I picked up all those materials. Well, I can sell those in another GT terminal. There is another one through this door over here. So I need to check in here anyway to see if the Viking is willing to give me a multi-tool for free. Because sometimes it happens. So I'm going to go check this chap. Hello, buddy. I think he's just going to offer to come and work for me. Yeah, he is. He is, isn't he? Yeah, great. Yeah, and I can't hire him because there's no desk there. So it seems that the quest line, for whatever reason, seems to be broken. I don't know why. But normally, the second system you jump to, the Viking in this room should give you a multi-tool. Okay, so let's interact with this. And let's see if there's any drop pod navigation data there. There's not. There's none. But what there is in that one is, if you did want to make nanites, is this residual goo, which does, if you keep refining it over and over again, will slowly turn into nanites, but it takes frickin' ages. Alright, so while you're in here as well, you can, if you want, pick up all the navigational data that's laying around. This one hasn't got much navigational data in it. It's the wrong layout. Normally there's desks everywhere. But I also checked this cabinet to see if there is a better multi-tool than I've got already. I'm looking for something that has 24 slots. I'm not bothered whether it's an S or an A at this stage, but I'm going to be declining that. And we're going to be pressing on. So next, I will be calling in the Nexus and doing this all over again. So it's a case of rinsing and repeating. So you look for travellers, you look to see what the GT terminals hold, you look at which missions you can pick up that are going to stack to get you a load of nanites or units, just stackable ones. Everything helps at this stage of play. So I'm just going to call in the Nexus. Pow pow. Hello there, Nexus, my good old marbly friend. We're going to head in there, so let's head on over. Dum, 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 dum. Yep, let me in. And I haven't even warped 5 times yet, so I haven't even been offered my free freighter at this stage. It's still way before that. I've only just gained access to this, to the anomaly, and I'm exploiting the anomaly in the way that I'm outlining right now. So now we've done a full circle. I started this video of me coming into the Nexus, and I sort of jumped out of here and I waved to you, blah blah blah. And I said the first thing you need to do is go up here and go and check the little cylinder thing next to Celine. So here we go, we're going to go do that. I mean, I get out of breath just running from my ship to the stairwell, which is mental. I'm so used to being able to run everywhere in my other save, because I've got loads of movement modules. But that's probably a video for another day, because we need to exploit nanites, really, to get all the modules that we need. But stacking these missions, if you are doing this, will get you a load of nanites anyway, just on the hock. So make sure you exploit it fully. There we go. So how much is that going to cost me? 30,000. So they're slowly going up. And even if I jump onto here, you're going to see that they're going up as well. So yeah, it starts to get expensive. That's why I'm looking for the drop pod navigational data. And if you're lucky, sometimes you will find them for sale in people's bases as well. So be sure to check the GT terminals in people's bases if you happen to see them. Okay, so now let's go over to the base teleporter and we go to the next system. And it's a case of when you arrive, check the planets, see if you can find ancient bones, see if you can find anything worth having. Because you're not got portal interference, you can put down a base computer if you do find something that you want to revisit. And yeah, it's a case of just exploiting it this way. So here we go. Okay there, chums, I think you get the idea. It's just a case of rinsing and repeating those very few small steps and seeing what you can get in each and every system. You don't need to use warp fuel, but you are going to need a lot of launch thruster fuel. So either craft some or buy some at GT terminals. There are multiple ways to support my channel, Patreon being one of those. Those are all my Patreon backers. Thanking you, Patreon backers, heck yes. And I also have YouTube membership. Now there are different tiers on Patreon and YouTube membership. Be sure to check both out before making a decision. Or if you prefer merch, head on over to Teespring, grab yourself a gnarly mug or a t-shirt or something else, heck yes. Or hit a like, a subscribe, or that notification bell, or leave a comment. I love reading comments. Or just don't skip the adverts. That throws revenue down my avenue. Hit one of these tiles on the screen. Stay with Captain Steve and Exo that little bit longer. Thanking you.